So I mentioned all those different diagnoses in the last video. I mentioned covert and overt narcissism and how it's all correlated with the demonic. So I'm going against how I said I was going to go about these videos. I said I was going to go from my divorce to right now and share about that story. So I'm going to get back onto that subject, but with me, I get sidetracked and then I over elaborate. So bear with me. So I want to talk about my condition that I was diagnosed with of vulnerable narcissism. So the spirit of rejection is also, I believe, from what I've researched through the spirit of rejection, what I've been told by the young man who brought me to accept Jesus in my heart in July of 2023, who is connected to the love of my life's younger sister and the love of her life, who's incarcerated. If I don't know them, I never meet the young man. And most likely I would have taken my life in July of 2023 over the pain. The demons would have taken me. As the young man referred to suicide as murder by the demonic. So I talked about the black orbs in the haunted house. These represent that. So the attack, and the man who did this was a Satan worshiper that I spoke on, that tattooed a lot of my tattoos after my divorce and after the passing of my mom, and the trauma that I went through at the hands of I would refer to it as bondage, sadomasochism, sexual encounters with the first woman I loved after my ex-wife. What that did to me. I defiled myself. My tattoos are self-defilement, and part of my acting out, she got taken away from me by Lucifer, this woman that I tattooed on me, and I was addicted to her, and the rejection, to deal with the pain of rejection, I wasn't indulging in my addiction, my other addiction at the time. So the satanic man I speak of that knows the man who's incarcerated, he and I spent a lot of time together. When he got out, I had opened a shop, and he told me to come, and he would take care of me at a discounted rate, just so we could get the word out about his work. And a lot of my stuff is cover up anyway, so it's not like he can do beautiful work. He's a great artist, separately from the evil. He is a great artist, and truthfully, he has a beautiful heart too, and I'll get into that at a later time. It's paradoxical how the demonic work. He really does. And anyway, so a lot of my tattoos are self-defilement from the pain. Like, I wanted to engage sexually with this woman who Lucifer took from me. That's how I see it. And the spirit of rejection started for me at an early age. When did I experience the spirit of rejection in my mind? When my dad said to me, I'm leaving, when him and my mom got a divorce. The night before, I'm standing in the kitchen with my dad. I'm 3 years old and I can talk. Dad, hi, Daddy, talking to my dad. And he said, Dad, he referred to himself as Dad. He said, Dad's leaving tomorrow. And I said, you're going to the store? And he said, no, I'm leaving. And then I understood. Your mom and I are done. And then I understood. And so I felt, no, was that my dad's intention to leave me feeling rejected? No, but it's just the way it is. And then he left. And then my stepdad swooped in, who he swooped in before my dad came, but him and his son came in. And then the spirit of rejection with how both of them would attack me verbally, and he would attack me physically, my stepdad. And that would leave me feeling rejected. And then I'm chasing after these males' approval in my life who taught me to fear men. My dad, my biological dad, my stepdad, my stepbrother. I'm chasing after him because he's always constantly ignoring me as we grow up together and share time. I get jealous of his girlfriends and want, to hoard him to myself. And like, it's not all their fault. It's not like just the demon of rejection hit me and then this happened. No, I was a difficult guy. I didn't have emotionally stable. Like I'll give you an example. When the love of my life texted me back in May to restart contact with me, I just was like a kid, like a puppy dog. I just ran and smothered her and it turned her off. Now, I'm not going to discuss the aspects of her wanting revenge on me to hurt my heart for me hurting her baby sister. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I'm talking about the spirit of rejection in my life and being diagnosed vulnerable narcissist, how the spirit of rejection has followed me. That's just one of my demons. And the spirit of hate, I've had it in me and it's been used on me. And like, these are different spirits. And so I want to share about that. I didn't share about vulnerable narcissism. And what I'm going to do now, the spirit of rejection is a very real thing for many people. We all have some kind of effect of it on us, whether it's romantically, whether it's in our brotherhoods with our people, whether it's with our parents, whether it's in a job. The spirit of rejection is a very real thing. So I want to just leave it at that. And we're conditioned now to chase. We're conditioned to chase the approval of others. We're like social media, all that stuff is like, oh, look at me, make myself look pretty, whoever we are. Like, I'm way over the hill. But I'm talking about, like, just say beautiful young lady, for instance, she puts her picture up there. Dudes are going to be like, whoa. And they're going to just chase right into the DMs. Like the love of my life, for example. Her DM right now is probably got thousands of DMs in it. And I mean, I am empathizing with women right now because the way things are conditioned, we don't just walk up to each other no more and hit on each other because of feminism, because of all these different movements, because of all this confusion that the enemy has put upon humanity. There's so many issues now that make men and women. He wanted to divide us. COVID was meant to divide us. Let's get a husband and wife trapped in a house together and drive each other nuts, and let's get them to divorce. And then we're going to make money through litigation, and then we're going to get OnlyFans and get these women on OnlyFans and making a lot of money and get all the men to be tricks. And then women are going to just be in control and up top. And it ain't like the entities want women in charge, but women are going to become in charge because they're in a position of power. They have something that the man wants, and they can be very selective who they give it to. And then the man, he wants attention. He wants love. And then he just loses. I'm speaking from experience, and I'm speaking what I hear other men share and other women share that are irritated by this whole thing that's happened with humanity. And I believe Lucifer and his army are all responsible. The puppet master behind the puppets, we're the puppets. And the man's just going to chase, and the woman is just going to be like, well, I see that dude. Tom Brady's over there. I'm going to go DM Tom Brady because I got Patrick Mahomes in this DM here, and I got LeBron James over here, but I'm feeling Tom Brady today. Or I don't like Tom Brady today. I really like, Big E from the WWE, and I'm going to go and talk to Big E. Like, this is how it is. And then the guy that's low on the totem pole, and I'm not going to say who that is. It just could be anybody. The guy who just don't have the money, don't have the social media platform. He's going to be being where he is. Or that man that's going to just go indulge in an addiction because he gave his heart. And he's not a victim, but he played the game and he lost, and he just chose to walk away. Men going their own way. Another movement that I think is ridiculous because it has to do with hate and judgment. And it's what the enemy wants. Come on. This is all about the enemy using us against each other. Wants us to hate each other for our race. Wants us to hate each other for our sexual orientation. No. There's two sins. Blasphemy that are unforgivable. Blasphemy and cowardice. Everything else is negotiable with him. I mean, truthfully, everything's negotiable with him. Because I blasphemed and I was a coward, and he loved me and he gave me forgiveness. Everything's negotiable with him. But the two sins, the major two sins, blasphemy and cowardice. So I wanted to share this, and I'm going to get back on track. Thank you all for listening to me. This is an honor to be here.